Before the command of Jumu'ah was revealed, before the Prophet even migrated to Medina, the Ansar held the very first Friday prayer in Islamic history. After the first pledge of Aqaba, Islam began to spread rapidly in Yathrib, Medina. Only a handful of households remained non-Muslim, and they too would eventually embrace Islam. Under the leadership of As'ad bin Zurara, R.A., the Muslims began praying in congregation regularly. These early gatherings were held in the neighborhood of Banu Bayada, in an area known as Rat Bani Bayada. As the number of Muslims reached 40, the idea emerged to set aside a special day for weekly communal worship, much like the Jews had Saturday, Sabbath, and the Christians had Sunday. The day chosen was Friday, which was known in the days of ignorance as Yom al-Arabah. It was Kabi ibn Luai, an ancestor of the Prophet, who renamed it Jumu'ah, the day of gathering. Thus, the very first Jumu'ah prayer in Islamic history was led by As'ad bin Zurara, R.A., in Medina before the official obligation was revealed. At that time, Jumu'ah had not yet been made fard, compulsory. It was simply an initiative taken by the early believers, driven by love for unity and worship. It is narrated that Allah loved this initiative of the Ansar so much that he later made Friday prayer an obligation for all Muslims. One touching detail comes from Kabi bin Malik, R.A., one of the famous poets among the Ansar. In his old age, he became blind, and his son Abdurrahman, R.A., would lead him to the mosque for Jumu'ah. Whenever Kabi, R.A., heard the adhan for Friday, he would make du'a for As'ad ibn Zurara, R.A. His son once asked, "Father, why do you pray for him every Friday?" Kabi replied, "Because he was the first to lead us in Jumu'ah prayer here in Medina." This was before the Prophet even made hijrah. The groundwork for a future Islamic society was already being laid through prayer, unity, and sincere love for Allah. And the honor of initiating this timeless legacy belongs to the early Ansar and their noble leader, As'ad bin Zurara, R.A.